psychoeducator in the areas of mental health, interpersonal practice, and traumatology. CEO and Intervene LLC, a motivational speaker, Leah leads people down a path of self-reflection towards self-actualization. Welcome to the stage, Leah Mills-Chapman.
Good afternoon, everyone. I see some smiling faces out here. I am beyond pleased and elated to be with you all today, all the way from Michigan. I know I've seen some of you all the other evening, but for those that were unable to see us or see me the other evening, I wanted to introduce myself. Today, I want you to go back down memory lane with me just for a moment. Are we ready? Here we go. And if you know it, you can sing along in your homes with me. Uno, dos, y dos, at a east, a west. I met my boyfriend at the candy store. He bought me ice cream. He brought me cake. He brought me home with a bellyache. Mama. No, Ma, don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm just fine. Because I like coffee and I like tea. I love my baby daddy and he likes me. And her, and her, and her. I guess Papa was a rolling stone, clap it up at home, wherever he laid his hat, and his pipe was his home. And before he died, he left me and my children alone, with wilted flowers in hand, saying, he loves me not. Have you heard it before? Have you heard those sounds of pain, confusion, and brokenness? Go ahead and wave your hands if you've heard it before. That song called Trauma in the Name of Love. Well, I have, and I'd venture to say that most of you have too. So let's talk about it. What is trauma? For the novice, trauma is simply this. It's going back to your past. It's dealing with the bad thing that has happened to you that's made it hard for you to handle and quite difficult for you to function at your best on a daily basis. The well-known psychologist known for Maslow's hierarchy of needs, his name is Abraham Maslow. And I would say that he would probably posit that it might be difficult for you to make it to the top of his pyramid, to a space of true self-actualization, because most of you today are dealing with untreated trauma and is standing in your place of greatness. Now let's make it personal. I'm gonna bring it on home for you. Now, normally whenever I speak to an audience, right, we're not online, we're actually face-to-face in right, a physical space. But since we're online today, I want for you to engage in what we call visualization. I want you to think about four corners in your mind that says this. Corner number one, Father. 2, Daddy. 3, Pops. Corner number 4, sperm donor. Now I want you to think of 4 corners in your mind that may say this: Mother, Mommy, Ma, or that woman over there. Can you see it? Do you feel it resonating within the inner core of your being? You see, either corner that you decided to choose deals with love, attachment, and brokenness. If you were here the other evening, you heard me reference the dysfunctional family system. And many of us sitting here today are broken products because of the generations that were before you. Now, some of you are broken products because of your poor choices, so you can't put it on nobody else but you. But most of us are sitting here today producing broken products because you haven't healed from the aforementioned situations, and you're perpetuating the same things that assisted to put the cracks in your own foundation. Let's be honest. As the kids say, let's keep it 100. Most of us are running to and fro, and we're putting in work, but we're running, trying to manage our lives by being the best students, the best parent, the best employee, boss, coach, and yes, even the best speaker. I mean, most of us came here to this conference today because we were hungry for a word to assist us with our come up. All the while, we're ignoring the broken products that's staring us every single day inside of our homes. Now, I know Michelle Obama, she came out with her book, she did her tour, and she was telling everyone that you needed to become for $100+ a pop. But today I ask you for free, what are you becoming really? Are you now the extension of the one that hurt you in the past, avoiding your pain and yet expecting different results? Come on now. I think we need to ask Flotus for our money back. What you say? Because one day you will open your eyes and awaken and realize that skipping over the processes in life, all the while you're working to become great, it'll never be enough to silence your brokenness or silence the cries of the broken products that you've created. Now, I know many of us may be Christians and we're familiar with the Bible. Some of us may not, but the Bible is actually a pretty good and awesome read. When I was younger, it was difficult for me to kind of take in some of the things that was being said. And so now as I'm older, I am seeing how awesome the Bible is. And it deals with human issues such as this, and it deals with what we would call in trauma avoidance of our pain. It asks a question, and I'll paraphrase it for you today. It asks, what will it profit a man or a woman to gain the whole world and lose their souls? And I'd add, the souls of your children. This question begs for you to answer whether your pain is too great, that brokenness is the only real payout that you'll ever hope to receive. Now, while you ponder this serious question, if you are in your being desiring this healing of change for you and your family, I ask for you to raise your hands in this virtual space. Raise your hands with me and take this charge of courage by repeating these 3 words. And I might even ask for you to unmute just for this moment. Unmute, because we need to feel this here. The first word, stop.
Stop.
Commit.
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 Do.
Do.
I'm going to say it again, and I want you to repeat after me. Stop.
Stop.
Commit.
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 And do.
And
do.
do.
All right, you can go back on mute. So I wanted you to do that because if there is this desire to become wholly great, it's imperative that you do those 3 things. 1, stop running from the pain of your past. 2, commit to taking that step back and looking at that pain, no matter if it was physical, emotional, psychological, sexual abuse, no matter if it was the fact that mom or dad wasn't there for you, any sorts of loss or grief to your being, I want you to stop, commit, and take that step back to look at that thing. Acknowledge it. Don't avoid it. And then 3, I want you to do your internal work. Because the greatest corporation that you'll ever possess is the corporation of yourself and your family. And its success is hinged upon your investment in this process. I will wrap it up with this, and I think that this quote will seal it perfectly, and it's by the late, great Frederick Douglass. He says, "It is easier to build strong children than it is to repair broken men." I thank you for your time, your attention, and your commitment to healing today what's been broken. Thank you.